Hey, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to take a look at the teacher side of things when it comes to Snorkl. I really like this AI app, so we're going to check it out and check out what Snorkl can do for us teachers. Here we go. All right, so the first thing you want to do is go over to Snorkl.app and pull up your account. This is my dashboard here. If you take a look, I have one activity here already started. I actually got this from the library. So you have your library, you have the Snorkl library. You could head over to the Snorkl library and pick any type of resource that they already have created, which I've done. You could try one of these as a student down here, which I did in a previous video. But what I want to do is I want to go to this classroom. So what I did is I set up a class. It's very, very simple to do. If you go in to create a class, you just do a class name, a color, and you create. Once you get in there, you could choose to send out your class code just by hitting the up arrow right here. All right, you could edit your class, and you could also archive, delete, and manage co-teachers. I really like that function of managing co-teachers. So let's go into the activity. I picked a very simple read and interpret the bar graph activity. I invited some of my friends to serve as my students, and I asked them to fill it out. So if we go in and click on it, we have a class view here of everything that they're doing. So when a student goes into the particular problem, I'm going to take Jeff's here. You can go in and you can view them in real time what they're doing. Now Jeff turned his in here and he calculated 9 inches for the first one. This is where we need to remind people to make sure that you check your answer key, which I'll show you in a second. Because there was a wrong answer in the answer key. So that threw off the grading a little bit. No big deal because we caught it and we learned from it. Part B, he added up all the snowfall. Part C, he explained why the summer there would be no snowfall. So he recorded his answer here, and you can see where the feedback was left. You could also see it over here. Now the student view is just what that student did, and then they'll get this feedback over here. So notice that the feedback is not giving them the answers. Okay, it's not giving them the answers. It's asking them to focus on improvements and things like that, so they could go back and re-record the response. All right, so it gives some feedback where it was incorrect. 2 out of 4 fair. This isn't really the case because, like I said, my answer key was wrong. I accidentally put 7. And so the answer was, or the feedback was based on the answer key there. So he got a 2 out of 4, but after I go rerun this with the correct answer, he'll get a 4 out of 4 there, and he'll be able to go. If there's anything that you don't like about the feedback, you can just click on this and you can leave your own feedback, or you could edit feedback, which is also a nice touch. All right, so let's go back. I'll show you where I edited the activity. Here's the title. There's the whiteboard, how it's set up, instructions. Down here, you can put some tags to it. Here's the prompt or the question. There's the expected answer. And that's it. That's all you need for your problem here. All right, so let's go back once again. The other thing I want to show you is you can hide, and we can look at the active ones and things like that. But when we're in here, there's a thing called Insights. Insights are pretty cool. So you click on Insights, and I did this after I went and I updated the answer key. You could see Jeff here was the top one. He provided all the correct answers, but it also gives us other pieces of feedback or a general overview of the class. Like in part A, Nick calculated the wrong answer. All right, he put 7 where it was actually 9. So I could go in and see what exactly he did wrong there. In part B, Nick once again, and I told him to do this, he put the wrong answer there. And then everyone seemed to have a little trouble with part C. All right, they didn't really give the explanation. They did the first part, they identified the months, but they did not provide the explanation of why the summer months didn't have snowfall. All right, so you can see everything that you kind of need to see, the big ticket items, the big trends within the class. All right, and if anyone's still working, you want to run this again, you could hit the refresh. Now we have a couple options up here. We could turn on some things with any activity, set whether the students can interact with Snorkel's AI coach on their whiteboard, so it can actually walk them through the incorrect answers and how to kind of guide them towards there. That's only a premium version there. You could schedule start, the due date. You could add a collaboration piece so students can work and view and comment on other people's responses, which is all good. And you can also view only and keep them hidden there. All right, so that's one thing I wanted to show you. Here is to download them. If you want to download all the answers, you can do that. And this is to get the class code again for the class. So I hope that you enjoyed this overview of Snorkel. This is a AI tool that has a lot of promise, in my opinion. It is still beta. They're still pushing out a lot of good stuff, and I expect good things from this tool. So I give this this tool a high rating as to where it is now, and I think you know, they could shoot for the moon because this is a pretty special tool.